Practice group! Happy Thursday, students. Hope all is well. Tomorrow you get a day off, so enjoy that. Today for practice groups, I'm going to play this guy, which if you'll remember is called a mandolin. It's definitely smaller than a guitar. Let's get a close-up of it, actually. You'll remember that it has 8 strings, but they're in pairs, so that really it's like 4 strings. And it's tuned the same as a violin for those of you who have played violin or know anything about it before. So, it's used a lot in styles like bluegrass, which is actually what I'm going to be doing today. Mr. Fraser and I and some other people actually as well are going to be doing another collaboration project together where we record parts separately and combine them together to make a bigger song than just what we can do on our own. So it's called Blackberry Blossom, which I'm going to attach to this post in Edmodo so that you can see that and you can maybe try along as well. So when he sent me a file, he said, let's do it at 82 beats per minute. Here's my fancy pants watch. That's 82 beats per minute. But I know that right now I can't play that fast for this song. I need to still practice a little bit. So that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it down a little bit so that I'm going to play it at 78 beats per minute instead. So that's that fast. Okay? So also what I'm going to do is I'm going to subdivide the beat. That means that all of the beats and the off beats, 1 and 2 and 3, are going to be played. So if you look at my watch, here it is. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So, and when I play this song, you could play it in 2 different ways. There's a way to do it where you play... You play it like straight 8th notes instead of swung 8th notes. That's not the way that I'm going to do it. I'm going to swing the 8th notes so that the second ones come a little bit later. This is why I need to do practice group. Versus this. Okay? So, here we go. Once again, I'm going to do it all the way through, but this is what I'm going to do. If you look at that sheet, there's some repeats on it. The way that we're going to play this song is we're going to start with the A section with me on the melody, the mandolin, and then the B section right away with no repeat with me on the melody still. Then we're going to do the A section and B section again, but this time I'm going to play kind of like a harmony part because there's going to be another instrument playing the melody. And then the third time that I go through, it'll be A section, B section, me playing chords. And then to end the song, I'm just going to play the A section 1 time on the mandolin. So if you want to play along with the recording that I'm going to make, then you can set a metronome to 78 beats per minute and follow along. You can play whatever part you want, chords, bass, or there's no bass in there, but chords or melody. And one last thing. One of the chords says D minor. I'm going to play a D7 instead of that in that sheet. So once again, I'm going to do this in 1 take so that you can see that this is me actually doing a practice group with you as well. So I'm going to open up a metronome on my computer so I can hear it through my headphones. And I think I have the music memorized, so I'm going to see if I can just do it. Here I go. Oh. Let's do that. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try again. 3, 4. So, I would say that I still have work to do before I get up to 82 beats per minute, and that's okay. I know that the chords that I was doing, I didn't quite get. I've practiced the melody a whole lot more than I've practiced the chords for this song. So switching over to those different fingerings was a little bit tricky for me. So I need to spend some more time on that. I was also trying to do some other different kinds of chord shapes. Remember, there's different ways you can play different chords. And I was trying to do different ways, and I got confused in my head, and I wasn't looking at the paper. So I need to spend some more time maybe with the paper in front of me too. I also, sometimes when I play this 5th fret on the mandolin, my finger's a little bit on top of the fret, which is not what we want. We want it to be right behind the fret. If you look at how small these frets are, they're pretty small. So it's hard to get them right on exactly. And the way that we play mandolin is a little bit different because it's not always one finger per fret. It's just different from the guitar. So I need to make sure that when I am putting those fingers down that I know exactly where I'm putting them and I'm not slipping off. But for the most part, up until like the second half of the chords part there, I was more or less on time. I wanted to rush ahead because the melody is the part that I know the best. So I wanted to rush that ahead, but I tried to relax and think and count through 1, 2, 3, 4, and that kind of thing, which helped me to settle into that rhythm that I was playing. Yeah, so I know where I need to focus on. I need to focus on reading those chords and making sure that I get them. Yeah, so that's my practice group for this week. Tomorrow you don't have class because tomorrow is Good Friday. So next week we'll be back at it. And there's going to be some changes to how I'm getting information to you next week. So we'll talk more about that then. For now, I would say for practice groups for this week, if you've already sent me something, that's great. Like if you've sent me one recording, that's great. But if you want to send me a second recording for this week, that's okay too. I'm just going to ask you to do one practice group assignment for the last 2 weeks of classes that we spent together though. So if you've already done a practice group assignment, don't worry about doing another one. Anyway, that's been practice group from me. Peace out. Enjoy the long weekend.